All right, man. So if you read my Week 16 preview and prediction of the New Orleans Saints versus the Cleveland Browns, I had the Saints predicted as the winner. I had them winning by a score of 20-17, winning by three. But instead, they won by 7 points, 17-10, and which was a defensive battle between two teams dealing with the elements. The Saints were able to come out on top. Harsh weather conditions. Stadium was half full, wasn't even full to the brim. Tough game to play in. Tough for the fans, but Saints were able to get the W. And a lot of people, were didn't believe the Saints had a chance and try to say that Nick Chubb would have ran over the rush defense and they wouldn't get anything going in the passing game, and the Saints overcame all that, and they came out on top with a victory, well earned victory. A career high for Dennis Allen in regards to wins. He's got 6 wins on the season throughout his entire coaching career. This season's as a head coach, he couldn't get that done in Oakland or Las Vegas, if you want to call it that, with the Raiders. Got 6 wins on the season. The Saints finally got to back-to-back wins on the season as well. They haven't done that since last year. They have a record of 6-9, and are crazy as it sounds, still in the hunt for the NFC South title. And also that's a chance of them getting the a wild card spot as well. But they're gonna need some help with that as well. The Washington Commanders got to pretty much lose out, and they're gonna need some help from the Green Bay Packers to lose as well. So that's the factors that they're dealing with right now. But in regards to this game, a big win for the Saints. Um, you know, everybody was pointing to it. I was pointing to it as well. As Cleveland's pointing to Cleveland's weakness on defense. They're like dead last, near the bottom of the league in regards to stopping the run. They was giving up over 133 yards a clip, and the Saints were able to take advantage of that. You know, um, Alvin Kamara had a good game, 20 carries, 76 yards and one touchdown. Taysom Hill had 9 carries, 56 yards and one touchdown. Andy Dalton managed the game, throw the interception when they should have been running it a different play. Ball came off the hands of Jawan Johnson into the hands of a Cleveland defender. Ran it back for, I think it was a touchdown they got off for that, but they did a good job, though. Defense did a really good job of neutralizing Deshaun Watson. He had, he was 15 to 31, 135 yards of interception. They sacked him 2 times. Chubb did okay, but he wasn't a factor, and he wasn't effective to where the Saints had to, that he had the Saints' chances of winning the game. He carried the ball for 24 times, 92 yards, no touchdowns, kept out of the end zone. Deshaun Watson scored the only touchdown for Cleveland. Yeah, the rest was about field goals, but Amari Cooper had a few drops in the game until that fourth quarter we started to show up, but Saints did a good job of neutralizing them for the most of the game. David Njoku had a crucial drop that could have been a touchdown that would have tied the game. Saints he dropped the pass. Saints did a good job in the red zone, hold him out, and the Saints won this game. Jawan Johnson, he had 2 targets, 1 catch, 9 yards. Alvin Kamara 2 catches, 34 yards. Broke off a 29-yard run in, I believe, the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Rashid Shaheed, another nice outing for him. 4 catches, 41 yards, 5 targets. Alvin Kamara had 5 targets. On 4 targets, he had 34 yards, 2 receptions. Everybody else was pretty much quiet, but these are the games that the Saints needed to win, man. And it says something. It says that this team hasn't given up on the season. Much as people want to, say that, playoffs are a long shot. And I think they are, they still don't have a shot at getting to the playoffs. I just think, when you start to, rely on outside factors, things that you can't control, pretty much set yourself up for failure because you didn't take care of business in your own backyard. You had opportunity to beat Tampa Bay. If you would have beat Tampa Bay and then stack these next two wins up, you would have been in good shape right now. You'd have been, I believe, 7-8 right now. You'd have been in good shape going to that Philly game, which I think could be winnable. But we'll talk to that. We'll talk about that down the road, probably around next week. But you're 69 right now. This is the circumstances you're in right now. You got to rely on other teams to get you in a position that you want to be in. But you should feel good about yourself if you're a fan of the New Orleans Saints and you're watching this video. Defense, the defense has done a good job, for the latter half of the season. They got ran over by Atlanta last week for over 231 yards. This week they did a good job of holding Nick Chubb on 100 yards. He popped off a few good runs. He had the longest was a 19-yard run, but they pretty much kept that rushing attack in check though. They gave up a total. Overall they gave up a total of 124 yards to Cleveland's rushing attack, but they got the W. They kept them out of the end zone for the most part. Defense did a good job. Carl Granderson played pretty well in this game. He had 6 tackles overall, 3 tackles for loss. Dan Sorensen was the pretty much had the came up with the game changing play for the Saints. With the interception off of Watson, got it deep into Cleveland territory, and they scored a touchdown off of that turnover. So shouts out to Dan Sorensen, stepping in for Marcus May. Tyrann Mathieu had another big game, 11 tackles, 6 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Cam Jordan had 7 tackles, 5 solo, 1 for loss, 1 tackle for loss. Caden Ellis, 7 tackles, 5 solo, 1. It's the same. Good game, man. Demario Davis a little quiet tonight, 5 tackles. But the sacks came from David Onyemata and Kentavious Street, and Carl Granderson. So good game by the Saints, man. Good game, good win, good win to build on for the future. And David, I seen Dennis Allen looking sounding pretty confident in these post game pressers, man. Out here flexing, talking smack in the locker room, and it is what it is, man. They're playing for him. You believe, you like it or not, they're playing for him. Um, Down the road, we'll see everything play out in regards to his future, but the optics indicate that, based on everything I'm seeing and hearing, is that he's safe. But I still think changes need to be made to that coaching staff, more particularly on offense. And I'm going to get into that in a later video on what they should do, what person they should bring in to overhaul that offense going forward. So we'll see how everything plays out. But Saints get the win today, 17-10 over the Cleveland Browns. Browns playoff hopes are pretty much over. Saints keep theirs alive, even though it's slim. There's still opportunities for them. There's still a chance of them getting a wild card berth or a chance of them winning the NFC South, but they will need help. I would feel a lot better if Kyler Murray was playing tomorrow for the Arizona Cardinals when they played against Tampa Bay, but I don't have no faith in that game being upset. But we'll see, because Tampa Bay has played bad when you least expect them to play bad. So we'll see how everything plays out. Alright, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel about the win, how you feel about the Saints playoff chances going forward. Also, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. Happy New Year. I'll be back later in the week. Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. Have a blessed night. Peace. I'm out.